The next review is Guerlain's L'Instant de Guerlain pour Homme au Extrême. This is an Eau de Parfum concentration fragrance. It was originally released in 2005. The nose behind it is Beatrice Piquet, but I would assume this newest formulation was redone by Thierry Wasser since Beatrice Piquet passed away. It's classified as a woody spicy. Plenty of talk about this fragrance, and if you haven't heard of it, you're probably pretty new to the game. This was, repackaged with a clear outline on the frame of the bottle there that you can see. That used to be black, now it's clear. This fragrance starts with a bright, fresh, juicy lemon note that's mixed with anise, and it has a bitter quality to it. I don't want to say it's off-putting, but it's certainly different. It's not something that you're used to smelling at the top of a fragrance. When you see anise, you probably think of licorice, but I don't get a licorice vibe here at all. When it opens up, it doesn't get more floral like the notes would imply, but it gets more woody. And to my nose, the most domineering note is sandalwood. And it's very well done. It has a very smooth and rich quality to it. And there is a little bit of cacao in here, but it's not a dominating note. It's more of a supporting note, and it's a soft cacao. It's not like a chocolate bar, and it's not really sweet. It's not super dusty either. So for me, it's not an overly complex fragrance. It's more about a really fresh opening and a smooth, thickly woody ending. Its overall feel is very smooth and very comforting. I would go as far to say that this newest repackaging is more safe of a blind buy than the old Extreme. Now for the comparison between the two. I have smelled the old formulation, and personally I had a 5 ml decant of it, and I was not a big fan. The cacao in it was really, really powdery, very similar to Comptoir Sud Pacifique, their Amour de Cacao, very similar to that one. And the patchouli in the old formula was really ramped up, and that's where it got its big time legs from, and it was classified as a powerhouse. In this newest repackaging, the cacao is reduced to more of a supporting role, and the patchouli is, to my nose, better blended in the fragrance. It's still there, but again, it's a minor note. So if you tried the original black framed bottle and you didn't like that really earthy, dark patchouli and cacao, I definitely recommend trying this newer bottle. I find that it aligns itself better with the Eau de Toilette bottle. It just has a more thick, richer presentation to it compared to the EDT. I think it definitely aligns itself in a way that it really should have been. It's exactly how an EDP should be done in comparison to an EDT. So if we're going to compare it between the old formula and the new formula, yes, it's different. But if we compare it between the current EDT and this newest bottle, I think the similarities are astoundingly apparent. So definitely revisit this if you don't like the patchouli and cacao of the original formula. I think if you were to pass it up altogether, new and old, based on your experience with the old, I think you'd be really missing out. Performance, for me, is excellent. I wore this a few days ago, 2 sprays under the shirt, and I wore it for 10 hours before I went to bed. I smelled strongly of it when I went to bed. I smelled of it when I woke up in the morning, not quite as strong. I went for a run, switched shirts before the run. My old shirt smelled of it. I ran 3 miles. I came back. I took my shirt off. My running shirt smelled of it, and then I took a shower and it finally came off. So I would say it's definitely an apparent fragrance for at least 18 hours. So I think if you're getting 8 hours or less, or you're claiming that you do, I think that your nose needs a break from smelling fragrances, because I think that this is very, very strong. This is a 2015 bottle, just for reference, and I personally enjoy this much more than the original fragrance. And I may be in the minority, but I certainly appreciate the EDT, and I like the thicker representation of the EDT in this newest formula. If you've tried both and you have a different opinion, let me know. I really enjoy this one much more, so it's going to get an excellent rating from me. Thanks for watching, guys, and stay tuned for more.